If you ask me, I'll tell you that Barcelona they look more like they did in October than they did in November and in December. Everything is looking better. Everything is looking, is looking better for them, except for Lewandowski's finishing. All right. Now Barcelona, we're pressing well, we are passing, and we are also building up directly. Creating tons of chances, and our defense line is back to its offside trapping. Yes. You see, if Lewandowski and Rafinha, if they add their finishing, if they were finishing chances like they have for most of the season, the game we had with Bilbao on Sunday would have actually ended with Bilbao conceding 4 or 5 goals. Yes, that is, like I said, if Lewandowski and Rafinha were actually finishing, they were actually finishing their chances. Now, another advantage that Barcelona has at the moment is the fact that we have a fully healthy Gavi and Araujo back. And this takes us even further when you think about that. It takes us further when you think about that. So I sincerely believe that in the midfield we will press relentlessly, and then this will now force Jude Bellingham to play even deeper. It will force him to play even deeper, and it will now leave Vinicius Junior as the only player who can now do something in the attack. And by that, I feel Real Madrid will now need players that can put millimeter precise passes behind our line. Which, if you ask me, I'll tell you the only players that can actually do this are the likes of Modric, Arda Güler, and Tchouaméni. Again, Modric, Arda Güler, and Tchouaméni, and of course, Arda Güler and Tchouaméni. I don't see them starting for Real Madrid in this game. And as far as Modric is concerned, he will definitely be pressed. Every time he touches the ball, he will definitely be pressed. Our wing play will also be crucial. Especially on the left. Rafinha and Balde will now have a field day against Vasquez. Mendy, I actually see Mendy giving Lamine a huge challenge. But then I don't see Mendy, and I don't see him, holding that ground all through the 90 minutes. I don't see him holding that ground throughout the 90 minutes. So if you ask me, I'll say that I see Barcelona scoring 3 goals, especially from plays on the wing. Now, Real Madrid, on the other hand, I'll say that from the last time, Real Madrid consistently they've improved. Mbappe now score. Mbappe gets to score a few goals. He has started scoring a few goals. Bellingham too. He has started scoring a few goals. But so far, I'll say that the only attacker that poses a real threat to the team that Barcelona will be having in this game is actually Vinicius Junior. And saying Vinicius Junior scares me is because this guy is the only one on that team that I see that he can actually make something out of nothing for himself. He can literally just make nothing out of something for himself. And at the end of the day, I envisage him scoring at least 1 goal. Yeah, I'll say I envisage Vinicius just scoring at least 1 goal for Real Madrid, which might at the end of the day end up being the only goal that he had. The reason I didn't mention Jude Bellingham is, like I said earlier on, I said Jude Bellingham would actually be forced to play deeper in this game. And for Barcelona's midfield, and midfield at the moment is pretty tricky to get through. In a build-up phase, our midfield is pretty tricky to get through, and I don't think Mbappe will be escaping the offside trap, which only means that it will be caught offside in a couple of times, but not as much as the last time. Not as much as the last time, but definitely Mbappe will be caught. He'll be caught offside. Unlike Real Madrid's defense and their midfield, it doesn't look convincing to me. You see, whenever I watch them play, their midfield, their defense doesn't really look convincing to me, especially a lot more in this season. It doesn't in any way look convincing to me. Both of this part of the team, they've been really, really reliant on individual brilliance, and whenever they face a team who can actually systematically get through, they end up getting played through. We also, it was evident in their match against Dortmund. In the first 45 minutes, it was very evident that those ones played them systematically. Also in their game against Barcelona, also in their game against Milan, and also in their game against Liverpool. Yeah, in their game against Liverpool. So yeah, if you ask me, I'll tell you, the Madrid is set to concede a few goals. They are definitely set to concede a few goals. Unless Carlo Ancelotti has some miraculous tactical epiphany up his sleeve that he wants to pull off, or if their keeper saves them, I think that is the only way they can escape. And like I said, I'm I'm predicting a 3-1. Yeah, Barcelona with the three, and of course, Real Madrid with the one goal by Vinicius Junior. Mind you, this is just my own analysis and my own prediction from what I've seen both teams play of late. Who knows? I might be wrong. I might be wrong. So let me know what you think about this game in the comment section. Did I remember to mention how scared I am of Raul Asensio? I said it earlier that if Vasquez and Tchouaméni starts in the back, their back line is actually going to be the origin of their problem. If Vasquez, Tchouaméni is the one they have at the back. But if it turns out to be Asensio, who to me, I would say is a monster. That guy will definitely pose a real threat. He will pose a threat to us. I'm not even going to lie about that. I am so scared of Asensio, but you know what? Let's just keep our fingers crossed and see what happens in this game on Sunday. But till then, I'm going to say this. Visca Barca, baby. Visca Barca.